Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to move on. So would you welcome into the cage, Leon Dunlop. And would you welcome his opponent to the cage, Alex Brandon. This is flyweight boxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. And your boxers in the cage. In the red corner, he weighed in at 56k, represents Southend Combat Academy, Leon Dunlop. And in the blue corner, he weighed in at 56.6k. He represents the Fighting Lions, Alex Brandon. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Sam Amidi.
Sam, the man Amidi in charge with 2 boxers here at flyweight. Out of the red corner from Southend Combat Academy in the black gloves, Leon Dunlop. Alex Brandon from the Fighting Lions in the blue corner with the purple shorts and purple gloves. The door is closed, and that leaves one thing left to do for Sam Amidi to get the proceedings underway. Round 1 of a potential 3, and some nice straight combinations from the taller, more rangy fighter. Already the physical advantage is being shown from the red corner, Dean.
Dunlop utilizing his reach, but catches a punch there. I believe that was a left hand, but he's utilizing the outside really well. Nice head movement from Dunlop.
And his opponent very quickly in for the clinch. Alex Brandon certainly has to be in or out. A notable feature of the performance thus far has been distance management from Leon Dunlop. He does not want to be here in the clinch, but that was a better play there from Brandon. It's always interesting to see these types of matchups where within the first 30 seconds or so, that range has been established of where both fighters would like to be.
Brandon looking for a way in, but I like his head movement, Chris. What he's doing there is not giving a stationary target for Dunlop to tee off on. He likes the clinch. That might be evident of the tie shorts there, Chris. But as we know, boxing, there's no clinch. Strikes from there. He's going to have to try and work this outside and get over this reach.
Lots of windmilling there. Interesting stuff from Leon Dunlop. Often a technique used by a fighter with a reach advantage to throw off his opponent. Into the clinch again, and I'd like to see that jab come out a little bit more firm and perhaps even with a bit more extension. But Brandon gets smacked. And a flurry from Dunlop ensues, but Alex Brandon seemingly recovered thus far.
Dunlop has got power in that right hand. Brandon needs to think about this head movement. He needs to think about the way Tyson fought. He took his head off that center line constantly with slips, with ducks. He needs to start thinking about rolling, Chris, and then putting shots on the end of those rolls.
Round 2 on tap. Chris Hoekstra here in ringside along with Dean Midhat for the ride. The proceedings continue here at LFC 10, bout number 2 of the evening. 2 boxers at flyweight, and the 2 young fighters continue to clash. Dunlop raises his arms, calls it a knockdown. And Alex Brandon continues to surge forward at the cost of running into straight 1-2 combinations.
Dunlop smells blood now, he's in there. Oh, those powerful hooks. I love the way he tees off at range. And Brandon is still looking for a way in. He needs to pump that jab out, Chris, take that head off that center line and work those overhand punches.
The left hand for Brandon has probably been his best weapon when he moves his head on the entrance. But he must come to expect that when he does enter in a straight line like that, that he will be countered by his opponent in Dunlop. Dunlop continuing to throw heavy leather. And Brandon trying to chase here a bit, but I think that's the wrong tactic, to chase with your head. Fighting with your forehead in boxing is a no-no.
Brandon also coming out southpaw, so make sure he continues to circle the correct way. He's circling into the punches of Dunlop. Often when you fight a southpaw, Chris, it will open you up to their straight, right or left. So the power hand, the rear hand, it opens each other up. So to be careful not to circle into that danger zone.
And a lot of it depends on how you're lined up too, Dean. There when the left shoulder in between both shoulders, that is the left shoulder of Brandon in between the 2 shoulders of Dunlop, that lines up that left cross. This is better work here from the Fighting Lion. Alex Brandon, though, looks very, very determined, Dean.
Brandon ferociously trying to find a way in. He's got to overcome this reach. He can't just blast the flurries like that with his head down because he's going to get caught, Chris.
Big combinations landing there from Dunlop, but again, this has been a much more cagey affair. 3rd and final round here. The timer has been set. Sam Amidi says, let's go. And both fighters continue to exchange.
It's interesting to see Dunlop's corner. In between the rounds, they said, keep your hands nice and tight, throw down the pipe, and then finish with hooks. So he's having a lot of success with those hooks, as we've seen throughout this fight. Again, landing some big shots.
Nice check right hook there. And you haven't got a lot of time to work with under this rule set, with only 3 rounds as well. Every one counts. Ooh. I like that. Now we're starting to see the extension that I wanted in round 1 from Dunlop. That right cross was beautiful there. He's really starting to pivot and turn and get good connection from those strikes. Again, though, the left, that's been the best strike. A grin there from Brandon. Possibly surging with confidence after making a nice attempt there at his own of a power strike, but again, he throws it.
Brandon's got to be careful about ducking. Oh, it's the right hand. He's got to be careful about ducking off to that right side, Chris, because if Dunlop times that uppercut right, that's going to hurt. Again in the clinch. It's exciting to see both these athletes still chasing after it, no matter what happens in this fight. Very hungry for the win.
And that's what you'd come to expect, not only at this weight class with the movement and the cardio, but also the youth and the energy.
Brandon now landed some flurries. He seems to be controlling now. Once he gets those punches in, Dunlop forced to cover up. Brandon needs to think about going to the body, Chris, upstairs and downstairs to confuse your opponent. But now we see the pressure being poured on by Dunlop.
And Brandon made it a brawl in the end. That was exactly what he needed to do against the taller, rangier, and possibly more technical striker in Dunlop.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the official decision Please, let's hear it for both your young boxers in the cage. And they have taken us to a majority decision, but that decision is in favour of the red corner, Leon Dunlop.